Guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for the support. So yesterday, President Donald Trump took office, and lo and behold, people, last night I got a message from a young lady. This was a young lady that we used to work together, and she left Jamaica from a little bit after COVID, about 2021. She left Jamaica and she went overseas. I remember when she left, she said that she was going overseas to work and her boyfriend at the time was overseas. So basically, she left with a plan as to how she's going to go to America, run off, work, make some money, married her boyfriend, and everything. So last night we were speaking and I asked her, "So what happened? Are you married yet?" She said, "No." So while we were talking, I asked her because right now she's saying that she's thinking of coming back to Jamaica. She really missed Jamaica. She missed the freeness. That was her exact word. When she said the freeness, I asked her, "What you mean when you said the freeness? Because me live in Jamaica, me not have no freeness." So basically, she's saying that she missed the fact that if she was in Jamaica and she didn't want to go to work because over there is extremely cold right now, she could easily call in sick. She missed the fact that if she was in Jamaica and she wanted something to eat, she could easily go to her neighbor or go country, go get some food, and she could be able to cook a meal. She said she missed the fact that in Jamaica she didn't have to do two jobs. I was like, okay, I understand now what you're talking about. I asked her about her boyfriend. She let me know that he had to marry someone because he never have no paper. So basically, he married a young girl in order for his paper to come through. And what she said is that she found out that it was not just a business wedding, it got to be more than that. So she said basically they split, so is now her ex-boyfriend. She was there and she was like, if I never runway left Jamaica, I would reach far now in my career, because she was in a good job in the government sector. She would reach far in her career and maybe she would be able to finish her house or some. And she was there and she was talking. I said to her, "So why you think now, coming back to Jamaica, everything is going to be crisp and dandy? Why you think coming back to Jamaica, you're going to just be able to pick up the pieces where you left off, and everything?" Because what persons don't understand is that right now, Jamaica, it's rough. Yes, we don't have to work two jobs. Yes, if we want one day we don't feel like go work, we can call in and say it's a SL. It's a stress leave. If we don't want, that's it. If our boss tell we if we do certain things, we can just look on the boss, cut we eye and just go about with business. So yes, you have all of that in Jamaica, but you see right now with all of that, you work the money and at the end of the month, you get it, You see when you go to the grocery store, every month I paid 80 odd thousand for grocery at Shoppers Fair. Every single month, and that is just at Shoppers Fair. That don't include my market produce, that don't include the meat, include them something there. That is just snacks for my son and the little items that I need in the house. When you look at it, gas is another thing, because you better know, say, for you to get to work, if you drive, you have to make sure, say, you have your gas money, because you go sit down in a traffic and you go burn it out. You have to look and think about JPS and water. Yes, you can throw up something. Somebody can do some illegal connection for you, and you work with it for a couple months. But if you're a law-abiding citizen, you're going to want to pay your bills. So I was saying to her that what you need to do, before you even think to come back to Jamaica, yes, you can get work, but you have to remember what kind of work. Because to leave the government sector is an easy thing, but to get back in, that is very difficult. And nowadays, the easiest job for you to get in Jamaica is a call center work. So I was saying to her, how much money you're making? When the young lady tell me the amount of money that she was making, and I was like, wow. And I was like, so how you not finish your house? What go on? What go on with all of them things there? Because me not gonna lie. If you make over 3,000 US, you're not paying no tax out of that or anything. You're supposed to have some nice money at Jamaica save up for when Trump come, or if anything happen and you're supposed to come back home, you have something to come to. But unfortunately, I know that today she's not the only one sitting down worrying what is going to happen if them are going to get caught with everything that Mr. Trump have planned. She's not the only one. She's not the only one who go overseas, spend a little time, work the money, and before they send back something a yard, they spend it all over there on luxury item, and then they save nothing out here. She's not the only one. She's not the only one sitting now thinking of coming back home because of what they expect will happen. But all I can say to persons, if you want to come back home, come back home. At your yard, this nobody can run you from your yard. But just understand, when you come home, don't expect a bed of roses. Don't expect that everything will be sweet and dandy. Don't expect that you're going to make some enough money like what you're used to make over there. Don't expect that when you spend 100 US buy grocery, it gonna serve you for the month. Sorry, that not gonna happen. So I was saying to her that maybe what you need to consider right now, is going to a small island instead of coming back home, because since you love the US dollar, you work for the US dollar and everything, maybe that is what you can consider doing. Getting a work permit and go somewhere else. Or hurry up and find one man married to and push in your document fast, ASAP. Because a whole heap of persons, they spend the time in the US and they didn't worry about Trump coming back, because a lot of them thought that it would be the lady, and now when they realize it's Trump, them afraid. But people, please, whenever you get the opportunity to go overseas, make use of it. Understand that Jamaica is not the same like how you left it. Because what used to happen in Jamaica 2021, 2020, 2022, it is something totally different happening now. I remember back in the days I used to go to the supermarket, $30,000. That used to be my grocery bill for the month. Now when you look at it, my grocery bill is double that. 80 something, almost triple it. And it's the same amount of mouth we're feeding and everything. Expect that, hey, when you come, it's going to be a little bit difficult for you to adjust in the working environment, because what you're going to realize now is that a lot of persons is the Gen Z, the millennial, whatever you want to call them, the Gen X, that type of generation you have in the workplace. And they're hard, especially when you're one that used to follow rules and regulation, used to do things a certain way. They are the ones now in the organization and everything. So people in the US who are worried that you're going to get deported back to Jamaica, worried that, hey, the lifestyle that you used to live where you used to go out, you won't be able to do it because you're going to have to hide from ICE. All I can say to you is save your money, and just in case if that's supposed to happen and you're supposed to come back home, you have something to come back to. Because life in Jamaica, as I said before, is not the same like how it used to be. It is better to me when compared to overseas in terms of the freeness, as she put it, but when it comes on to cost of living, it is not better right there. So please be careful when you go out. Just do your thing same way. Hide if you have to hide, but make sure you put $1 aside. Put a $500 aside every week you get paid. Every month, if you not work so much, put something aside. Because if them catch you, have something when you come back home you can spend, and you don't have to depend on family. Because one thing I can tell you, them are going to say to you, say, but wait, you got a foreign for 3 years or long, and what you achieve, what you come back with, you not come back with nothing. You come back with a long source, and that is what is going to happen. So make sure you save, you start prepare. If him not fine, give God thanks. But just make sure that you make the necessary arrangements. So if him find you know have to go back a yard, you have something to go back to.